Happy New Year's from the Muscle Repair Shop. Today we're counting down to a pain-free future with the 5 resolute secrets to a workday without back pain. So stick around. You won't believe the resolutions we have in store for you, and especially when we reveal secret number 5. Our first secret is Revolution Resolution, the ergonomics edition. Did you try to revolutionize your office last year ergonomically and fail to bid farewell to discomfort? Transferring your office ergonomically has little to do with stopping your back pain. It sounds great with the proper chairs, the setting of the monitor, and the keyboard, but the reality is that without having strong enough muscles and the flexibility, none of these things will solve your back pain. So here's the secret. The secret to this is to have stronger abdominal muscles. Now, the key to that is to be able to do planks and to do things that will strengthen the muscles in your abdominal. Why is that important? If you notice that even if you sit in a chair with a lumbar support in the chair, that it tilts the pelvis slightly forward. This is going to cause that pelvis to tilt forward and pinch the vertebrae in the back. Over time, even if you set your monitor up at eye level, if the abdominal muscles are weak, you will begin to slouch just because of fatigue. By having the stronger abdominal muscles, now when you pick out a chair, you don't need all the gadgets on the chair. What you need is a nice straight back chair that fits you. And what I mean by that is that when you sit in the chair with your hips against the back and your feet are flat on the floor, your thighs should be parallel to the ground. With the stronger abs, what you will find is that you're not going to need some special chair for low back pain. And it will also resolve your neck and shoulder issues as well. Secret number 2, New Stretches Celebration. Welcome to the New Stretches Celebration. These stretches will have you dancing throughout the new year with flexibility and joy. Stretching isn't just for the gym. It's not about just warming up and cooling down. Stretching is a celebration of movement. Doing these stretches every morning and every evening will keep you flexible and pain-free throughout the year. There are 3 basic stretches that I want to show you today that you can do every day, and I promise you will resolve 99% of your back pain. Stretching number 1 is what I call the pec minor stretch. The pec minor is the outside chest muscle here. Anytime you're working with a mouse, typing on a computer, your shoulders are going to round in. It's important that you stretch this muscle out here in a doorway. And I have a link down below in descriptions called the pec minor stretch that will give you the instructions of how to stretch that outside chest muscle. When you're doing this, take your time with it, and I promise you, you can straighten those shoulders back out. Stretch number 2 is the hip flexor stretch. Now, the hip flexors are the muscles on the front of your hip joint. By sitting in a chair most of the day, those muscles will get tight. The hip flexor stretch that I will give you a link to in the description down below will help you stretch out the front of your hip so that you can stand up straighter. This is going to take strain away from the small of your back. Stretch number 3, the quad stretch. Now, I know most of you think of a quad stretch and maybe think you're doing a quad stretch by standing on one foot and pulling your heel up to your hip. That is not really a full quad stretch. What we want to stretch is the upper part of the quads, which are on the front of the thigh. These muscles will allow the pelvis to fall back underneath you so that you take that strain off the lower part of your back and you can bring your head back up straight on top of your shoulders. And again, I'll put a link to the quad stretch in the description down below that you can follow. Doing these stretches will allow you to reverse the trend of sitting behind a desk all day long in an office. You can even do these during your day if you have the room at the office to do that. And as you follow these instructions, you'll see just how easy that is. Secret number 3, Resolution Tools Extravaganza. Let's welcome to the world to the Resolution Tools Extravaganza. Forget about the ghost of the past. We're focused on the present new year to support you with tools that's going to help you have a better future with less pain. Let's begin with our stretch and release technique. Our stretch and release technique is different from any other stretching protocol that's out there because we include the brain. The brain is what helps release the tension in the muscles. Most people believe when they're stretching that they're actually lengthening the muscle itself as if they're pulling taffy. But the truth is that what we're doing is we're releasing the tension in the brain and releasing the tension in the muscle by doing that. When we do that, we take the pressure off of our discs, the pressure off of our joints, and it allows us to stand up straighter and have better freedom and energy to move. We'll show you in our videos how to use a yoga strap and a tennis ball for self-massage, where we can soften those muscles, take the tension out of those muscles, and actually allow you to move more freely with more energy. Our style of stretching is virtually meditative because without releasing and relaxing the mind, you can never release and relax the muscles. Think about the last time you were angry and how tight your muscles got versus the last time you were chilling with your friends and how relaxed you felt. Our stretch and release technique helps to teach you how to get that feeling anytime you want, any time of day, and after a while it becomes almost addictive. Secret number 4, renewed core exercises challenge. Prepare to embrace a renewed core with our 4th secret, the renewed core exercises challenge. There's no need to fear a weak core. These exercises will strengthen and make your spine more resilient. Let's kick off the new year with a renewed core that can take any adventure that lies ahead. There are 2 exercises that we want to show in renewing your core. The first one is a plank. Now, don't think that you have to do this for long periods of time. The first time you do a plank, make sure you only do it as long as it feels comfortable, and just as it starts to feel uncomfortable, come out of the plank and then start building yourself off of that. Make that your base. So if you start doing this and you can only do it for 10 seconds or 15 seconds, that's fine. That's where you're starting. And over time, you'll keep building up till you can do it for a minute or you can do it for 2 minutes. So the best place to do this is on the floor. Now you can use a yoga mat or a rug for comfort, but what I would suggest doing is that as you get on the floor, come up on your elbows, lift up on your toes, almost in a push-up position, and you want to keep your body nice and straight. Again, you may only be able to do this for 10 or 15 seconds the first time that you do it, and that is okay. That is your baseline. Start from there and build up, but make sure that you're holding your body up with the abdominal muscles to strengthen your core. The second exercise that I'll have you do is called leg lifts. And with the leg lifts, you're going to lay on your back on the floor. I would, if it's too difficult to do both legs at one time, let one leg here set up, take the other leg straight down, and slowly lift up. You can feel the muscles in here pulling, and then slowly let back down to the floor, but don't rest all the way on the floor. Again, even if you can only do one in the beginning, this is your baseline. Start there. If you're more advanced where you can do both legs, I would suggest sliding the palms of your hands face down underneath your hips, both legs straight out with your legs together. Slowly lift your legs and then slowly let those legs come down, but feel it in your core as you come back down. This will help to build your core, and you're going to save tons of money not having to have ergonomic appliances. Okay, drum roll please. I'm about to reveal secret number 5, the one you've been waiting for, and it's called the give up your shoes ritual. When you give up your shoes ritual, you take part in that, you'll be amazed at how much change you'll have in your body as you wear shoes that are better for the human body. I know most people look at me like I'm crazy when I talk about this. We've all been told that good shoes have arch supports and heel supports and thick soles. But did you know that those very things can be contributing to your back pain, neck and shoulder pain, even knee pain in some cases? Thick soles prevent the ankle from actually bending, and if you watch your friends walking with thick sole shoes, if you look up as you see their ankles are not bending, you'll notice that they lead with their nose. That puts their head out in front of their chest, which increases the tension on the back of their neck and down their spine. On top of that, it's going to force them to take a shorter stride, and it's going to force them to drive their heel into the ground. That's going to create more impact into their knees and their hips. That's why they'll put heel supports on, because the heels will start to become sore. That on top of the thick soles, again, will send more impact into the knees and the hip, causing pain down below, as well as into your low back. The arch support actually prevents the muscles in the arch of your foot from taking the impact of the ground, which will impact your knees all the way up into your lower back. Now, the shoes were designed to stop your foot pain, and that is true. It will do that. But what it will also do is create pain in other parts of your body. So what is a good shoe? A good shoe is actually a shoe you can bend in the middle, has a thin sole. Most people will call it a minimalist shoe with no arch supports and no heel supports. Now, you can't go cold turkey when you do this because your muscles have atrophied from years of wearing a shoe that fits like a cast. So what I would say is practice walking around your house barefoot. I don't care if you have carpet, tile, or whatever, and walk outside in the ground as well, because it's good for what they call earthing for your body to do that too. But practice with your feet barefoot so that you can start strengthening the muscles in your feet and strengthening the muscles in your calves. Once you get those muscles strengthened, I promise you, giving up the shoes that you're wearing today that you think are so great will become so easy, because they will start to become uncomfortable to your feet, not being barefoot. Have fun with this. There you have it. The 5 resolution secrets to a work day without pain. If you found these resolutions invigorating like a New Year's countdown, just give us a like, subscribe for more resolutions for a healthier life, and ring that notification bell like it's the start of midnight. Until next time, stay resolute, embrace the fresh start, and may your New Year's be filled with spine-tingling, healthy moments.